All right, everyone. We are live. We are live. We are all the way live. And we are excited. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Woo Talk Show. We are helping empower women and women helping empower winners. And the Woo Talk
Mhm.
Show is a platform where we celebrate everyday people who are in the trenches, who are making it happen, walking in their dreams, their goals, excited because today's show is no different. I just had a phone call, y'all. That's so funny. Today's show is no different, and today's spotlight is awesome and amazing, you guys. And I've been knowing her since she was a little bitty baby.
Yes, you
Super.
have.
Look, so
We
this
go
is
way,
super
way back.
special. This is super special for me, right? I'm so excited because she has embarked on her purpose and she is taking it on full speed ahead. She's excited about changing people's lives. And that's one thing that I love about when you grasp your purpose, because now you're
Hmm.
excited about honing in on cultivating that, fine tuning that. And there's people waiting on you because you're going to help
Hmm.
them to get their breakthrough, because what you have experienced and what you're going through and what you're going to overcome, you're going to help other people who are coming down that same path. That's why it's so important to tap into your purpose. And so we celebrate you. We celebrate people who positively impact the lives of others simply because it's their gift, passion, something they love to do. It doesn't matter if they get paid for it or not. And we say that you matter in this world. You matter in our
Yes.
community, in our society, in our lives. And you are God's celebrity. And Hollywood
Yes.
ain't got nothing on you. Period.
I love it.
And so
I
we're
love that.
excited. Today's Spotlight Superstar, Miss Jeanetta Fuller, aka Coco. She is going to be sharing
Yes.
you really, really something powerful. As I was looking over her bio, I was just sharing with her, like, we all can come to a place where we feel like we're stuck, or we're in a
Hmm.
situation that like we can't get out of, or we don't know how to get out of it. And sometimes being in that place for so long, it can make us start to have a resolve of just like, well, I just give up, well, and just settling, and well, better
Hmm.
just must not be for me, or this is just the
Right.
the cards that I've been dealt. But no, no, no. The devil is a whole lie,
Yes.
because
Yes.
you are meant to be great. You were born with a seed of greatness inside of you. And
That's
and
right.
the enemy wants to make us feel like we are not worthy, but you are
Hmm.
great. Each and every one of you are watching right now. You are great. You are worthy, and we need you. We need your purpose. We need your gift. Whatever it is, I don't care if it's 35,000 other people doing it. Guess what? It's 35,000 brands of tissue out here, okay? And I'm not getting
That's right.
Scott. I'm going to go get that Charmin, okay? So you going to have to go ahead and walk in your purpose, because nobody does it like you. Nobody
That's
does
right.
it like you.
Hmm.
So it doesn't matter. And there are people who need you. They need your temperament. They need your personality. They need the way you deliver it. And so I'm so excited because you can come out of any place that you feel like you're stuck in. All you need to do is first believe that you can come out. First, you got to believe it. Okay. And then,
Yes.
hey, you can achieve it.
Right.
And I can show you how. And so now this
Hmm.
Spotlight Superstar is going to share with you just how she did that. And now she is just excited about just walking in freedom, not feeling, like she's in bondage,
Hmm.
held down by anything, or held back by anybody, or what the world think, or what society think and say. No. Okay. She's doing what
Hmm.
God has put on her
Right.
to do. And it does not matter what anybody has to say or think about it. And I want you to feel the same way about your purpose. Okay. Good morning, Mom. Thank you, my biggest supporter. Thank you so much. Please, you guys, click, tag, and share as I welcome our Spotlight Superstar. She is fierce. She is the founder and CEO of Wow Woman. None other than Miss Jeanetta Fuller. Miss
Yes.
Jeanetta, Coco, welcome to the
Hey,
talk
thank
show, Superstar.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for having me and thank you for that enlarged welcome. That was so beautiful. I certainly appreciate all of the kind words that you said. So yes, I'm excited to be here.
Uh,
Yes, I am super excited to be here.
well, share with us, just a little bit about your background, where you come from, and just how did you come into this entrepreneur space?
Yes, 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 yes. Well, like Sean said, we've been knowing each other for a really, really long time. I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan. Grew up in Detroit, born and raised. And so, yes, that's our history together. Back when I was trying to follow behind you and wear your stuff. Give me just put that on me.
Yes.
Yes, we go all the way back. But my spiritual journey began. I grew up, what I'm saying, in a household with my mom, teaching me how to connect, what I'm saying, and how to hear from God and source and how to prepare myself on this journey. But life has its challenges, as we know, and life has had a way of beating up on all of us, right? That's just what life is. But a few years ago, I want to say about 4 years ago, I needed to go deeper inside myself to figure out those things that were blocking me from my destiny. And that took a lot of work. You got to be willing to do the work and a lot of perseverance and a lot of truth with myself, and just figuring out, the root cause of my stagnation. And it brought me back to those traumas that I had not dealt with, things that I had pushed down, covered up, suffocated, well, however you want to say it. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I had to face those things. I had to face those things, and I had to face my truth. I had to see myself and uncover me in all my nakedness, and it was not cute. You know what I'm saying? And I began to do the work. And in that, I discovered that after all the things that I had been through, those were the things that made me stronger. Those are the things that brought me to where I am today. So my pain became my passion, right? Those things that occurred to me, all of the trauma, all of the sexual abuse, all of the things that I suffered, failed relationships, failed marriages, all these things that was plaguing me, I had to accept those things. I had to accept the part that I played in that. That was the real ugly truth. What
Wow.
part did you make? Because it's free will up in here, right? So after so long, you have to decide: is this where I'm staying, or am I going to walk in my purpose and address these things and manifest those things that I need to happen for me? So through prayer, meditation, all the different soul works, all the different tools that the creator has given us to use, I have used to pull myself out of those dark places. And so that's what I do now. I founded Wild Woman. It's been almost 6 months that I launched my Wild Woman business. Prior to that, I started another business over 2 years ago as a notary. So I've been in this entrepreneur game now for almost 3 years. And I tell you what, it ain't for the faint and the weak of heart. You have to be strong and you have to
At
be
all.
determined. You know, you have to speak those things into existence, what you see for yourself. And that's what I did. That's what I did. So Wild Woman was created. Initially, that was my baby for me. I started on my own healing journey. If I keep tapping this phone, it's because it wants to cut y'all off. Let me go back.
That's okay. And I like that because um when you said you did the work,
There we go.
I like that you said that you did
Mhm.
the work, because it's one thing that when you get the information or when you identify or realize, what has gone wrong and all of these different things. That's hard in and of itself
Mhm. Now we
to be
froze.
able to admit that, because when you're admitting these things that have been plaguing you, you want to say, no, I'm good, you know, and nothing don't bother me and I'm straight, and, you know, but no, I need to figure out what is causing me to have this type of attitude I have, or this type of disposition, or what is causing me to always end up back in the same situation, or whatever it is. You know, you have to really say, well, let me actually examine myself, right? So now you're not shifting the blame. It's because of them, it's because of that happened, and if it wasn't for when I grew up. And no, you're not finding excuses, you're not doing any of that. You are simply saying, I'm ready to get this resolved. I'm ready to address this. I'm ready for this to be behind me. I'm ready to conquer this, right? And so I guess I'll be probably right back on. And this is so important because when you address it, now you can do the work. When you identify it and you actually can admit to it, then you can start doing the work. And that's where the healing starts. That's where the growth starts. That's when you start reversing that tradition or generational, behavior. And that's when you start reversing, like, it stops with me.
Mm-hmm.
So I love that, she
That's
just
exactly right.
literally said, I had to do the work on me, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
powerful.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Yeah,
I
you
love it,
you are
because
speaking truth right there.
it's so
Yeah.
important that we do the work.
Mm-hmm.
Do the work. And so
Yes.
can you give like
And,
a couple of examples? Like, what did that consist of for you? And if you don't, want to go into too much detail, that's
mm-hmm.
fine. But just to kind of help somebody, look, the devil, he really don't want this. Woo, I know it's gonna be good. It's gonna be
I
good.
know, right?
Woo,
I'm like,
I
I'm
love
over
it.
here
When that
fighting with
happens, I'll
this
be like,
internet and everything. Yep, that's right. You already know what time it is. Yes,
mm-hmm,
for me, like I mentioned, I grew up, um, quote unquote, religious. You know what I'm saying? So there was a
mm-hmm.
lot of indoctrination, a lot of practices, tradition, things that were kind of embedded in me. But those were not things that I knew for myself. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get to know the creator for myself.
Absolutely.
So that was work to push past programming. You know what I'm saying? We know who we are as a people and what our work is to do, but a lot of people don't know how to bring that in to, you know what I'm saying, the existence of the here and now. This is a time where you can't put God in a box. A lot of times people want to put God in the box. They don't want to go in and see um, the truth about who they are and the things that they've been through and the marks that it has left on your spirit, because we spirit beings. So what that looked like for me was taking everything that I already knew and to go that much further. Um, Initially, what I started to do is I said, well, I want to become more of a spirit being because I know that's what we are. I want to tap in and be more spiritual. So I needed to face my traumas that like I mentioned earlier, that I had not done, and what I couldn't face those by myself because it was ugly. So I initially started going to therapy because I felt like I was in this dark, dark place. So I removed myself from the things that were triggers for me, people that I had been around, situations that I had allowed myself to be in. I started to reposition people in my life. Right, you don't have to necessarily be like, I'm cutting this person off. I ain't have nothing else to do with this person. Sometimes you just have to reposition people. So when you have allowed yourself or have given that
That's
person or those
good.
individuals so much energy, you cannot fault them because, again, this free will. What part did you play in that? So when you acknowledge the role that you played in that, then you accept that and then you reposition those people. They necessarily got to cut them off of what they're not. Sometimes people aren't able to give you what you give them, and that's no fault of theirs. They got to deal with their own stuff, right? You're responsible for your own self, your own soul. So a lot of times people want to point the finger, well, you did that to me and you did this and you did that. Okay, but how were they allowed to do that? What part did you play in that? Right. So that was the first thing I had to do, was remove myself from a lot of different situations, and then acknowledge what is my blockages. Low self-esteem. I had to face that. You know what I'm saying? Not being authentic with myself, wearing a mask, trying to be what everybody else wanted me to be. So I had to dig deep and find out, well, who am I truly? You know what I'm saying? Where do I come from? You know what I'm saying? What is the patterns that has happened in my family that is repeating itself? How can I break this cycle? Okay, so I know that this happened to me and my mama, my grandmama, this, and facing those things. And how can I break this? So that took a lot of praying, journaling, meditating, walking in nature, connecting to source, realizing that God just is not only in that book. He's everywhere. And I tell people, if you want to see who the creator is, then look outside and embrace those things that he has created, that the creator has given us. Right. So just tapping in those levels, spending a lot of time with myself, looking at myself in the mirror, doing a lot of mirror work, talking to myself in the mirror. Like I would talk to someone that I love. We give so much of our energy to everyone else, encouraging and uplifting everybody else. You can do it. We the biggest cheerleader for everybody else, and we the cheerleading for ourselves.
You know you're right
So
about
that means look at it. If you got to get in that mirror and look yourself in the eye
that.
and be like, girl, you on some BS.
Yeah.
If you don't get your ish together and act like you know who you are and what you called to do, and it starts to resonate. Loving on myself, I love myself more now than I ever have loved myself and everything about me. If that means stripping down in your bare nakedness and looking at yourself and not picking yourself apart, because the mirror ain't just for seeing, oh, look at this. Oh, okay, I look nice today. Or in the mirror, cutting yourself to pieces. No, that's not what that's for. Get in there, love on yourself. Find those things that you think are flaws and embrace those things. I used to could not do that. I used to be like, oh, look at this. This is so ugly. I don't like this. No, we have to stop doing that. Loving yourself. Because how you going to love
Because
unconditionally
who are
someone
you
else?
measuring? That's such a good point. Oh my God.
Mhm.
Because now who are you comparing yourself, or what are you comparing yourself to say
Right.
that you're not? I don't like, well, why? Like, well,
Not enough. Yeah,
that's good.
exactly. That's where the programming came. And that's why I said I had to literally just take out everything that had brought me to this place on my face. The
It's so
program, things that I had watched, and
told me
ain't
to
that
say
deep?
he told me to say
Mhm.
Hollywood ain't got nothing on you. He
That's
told
exactly right.
it's amazing
Yep. Yep.
because
Because
people
the
measure
program from a
themselves
little girl.
to Hollywood standards, or what society, which is too
Exactly.
Hollywood, Hollywood, Hollywood. And
That's
yeah,
exactly
he
right.
told me to
Yeah.
say to people, you are God's celebrities. He said they're my celebrities. I was like, I don't know
That's
no
right.
time I interview people. He said,
See?
my
See?
celebrity.
And that's what the origin of the wild woman is. Not wow in the sense of what everyone thinks it is. You
See,
hear wild and people
the
immediately
world
think
thinks
like you just off the chain out here doing all kind of right. No, wild meaning free
free.
to be who you are. You
Yes.
feel what I'm saying? Not
Yes.
conform to society's constricted. You know what I'm saying? We are healers. We are nurturers. We are, you know what I'm saying, mothers. We are all these different things. We are nature. We are all connected. So you're free to be who you are. In that sense, you are wild, right? And that's when I developed that. That's who Source told me I am, right? And I started going in and doing the work for myself. And God told me that this ain't just for you. It's a lot of women that are struggling with accepting their true, authentic selves. It takes work. It does. And my journey is every day. This ain't just a one
Absolutely.
time, you know what I'm saying? This is every
Right.
day. I
Mhm.
got to talk to myself every day. Fear. You know what I'm saying? Fear, we make 90% of
About
our
it.
decisions in life we make out of fear. So when you can push
Mm.
past fear of what people gonna think about you and what people gonna say about me, and I don't want to do this for fear. What? No, when you push past that fear and face your truth, it's a whole nother elevation. It's a whole nother elevation, and it's beautiful.
Wow, wow, wow.
Hmm.
I love it, y'all. Because that is the truth. When you can literally embrace your flaws and embrace your weaknesses,
Hmm.
that's strength right there.
That's right. That's strength and
That,
power. Yes, it is. You
because
take back your power.
you're vulnerable and you're
You
able to
take.
say, you know what, I'm not perfect. And you know what? It's okay. But now
That's right.
what I need to work on. Now I'm identifying that and I'm doing the work to get better in
Hmm.
those areas. And that's what it's all about. Because we all, I've been learning about these temperaments from my bishop, Dr. Corletta Vaughn, and it's amazing. Like when you know how another person's temperament, what their temperament is, you know how to deal with them, you know how to handle them. Like
Mm.
you really can really minimize conflict at all time high
Yes,
just by
you
understanding,
can.
because a lot of things are just due to
Hmm.
misunderstandings of people's intentions, misunderstandings of people's words. We all have different backgrounds, different vocabularies,
Hmm.
different
Hmm.
upbringings, and it's
Right.
amazing that it's people who are not, they've like broken off relationships, and like how you were saying, I'm not dealing with them no more. I've cut them off, and if I cut them off, they probably handed me the scissors and all of that type of stuff.
Hmm. Right. 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 Right.
It may
Yep. So
very
you just
well
to
be true,
reposition.
but like you said, learn to reposition people. Maybe they don't be right
That's
there at
right.
the priority top of your list anymore, but that don't mean you got to cut.
Exactly. That's right.
Because I
That's
truly
right.
believe that somebody prayed for me when I was a mess. You hear
Hmm.
me?
Oh yeah.
Somebody prayed
Hmm.
for me, prayed for me
Hmm.
when I was a mess. So
Hmm.
somebody
Hmm.
give me the grace and the mercy
Exactly.
to pray for me
Yes.
and not say, I ain't dealing with her no more.
That's right.
Cutting
That's
her
right.
off.
That's right.
But they
Because nine
prayed.
times out of ten, when somebody has an issue with you, it don't have nothing to do with you, but it has everything to do with them,
Wow.
right? You are that mirror. When that person is looking at you and they have an issue with you, people, and I used to be in my feelings, I don't like her and this and that. We got this beef. But the problem, when you didn't tap into yourself and you didn't face your own mess and you know who you are, you can see other people's mess and you realize this ain't got nothing to do with me. And then you are able to show love,
Mm-hmm.
right? I love you. I love you. I know what you're going through. I'm gonna give you this time, and then you reposition that person. But you don't. You have to embrace everyone and who they are and where they are on their journey. Not all of us arrive at the same time,
That's right.
right? So when
Mm.
I go in, I'm out again, not only for myself, for all of those that are watching me, so they can see my light and for who I am, and then face their own self. If I'm making you uncomfortable, good. That means it's time for you to go in and do your work and figure out what it is in you so that we can all elevate, right? In the sin. You can't ascend holding grudges. You can't ascend angry. You can't ascend fearful. You can't ascend with none of that.
Mm-mm.
You have to be willing to release all
No
of those things. You
forgiveness,
feel what
no.
I'm saying? Release Right. And I tell people, so what, with the things that I do with Wild Women is I teach women how to tap into themselves and to also utilize their spiritual self, right? We are all energy. We are all vibration. We are all spiritual, right? And so we tap into energy healing, how to, and you know what energy is when somebody give, we say that all the time, I don't like their energy, right? And it's so easy to say that, but what does that mean, right? What does that truly mean? What energy are you in? Where are you coming from? What vibration are you on, right? And so we learn those things as well, and it's so powerful. It's so powerful.
It sounds like it, and I'm just listening to you and just thinking about, we are human beings, and as human
We are
beings, we're spiritual, and we're
mhm.
spiritual beings having a human experience,
Exactly.
and it is so important for us to be connected to the spiritual realm, the right.
Yes,
Okay.
it is. Exactly. That's exactly
And
it. And that comes
what
with
helps us to not be shameful. See, when you connect with God, and when you really realize what salvation is, when you really realize, I mean, you really
mhm,
embrace that you have nothing to be ashamed about. Your
mm,
flaws, your shortcomings, your weaknesses. Jesus died for all of that.
that's
So
right.
if he loved you in spite of all of that, you have nothing to worry
Mhm,
about. Like, you
mhm,
good. You shouldn't even
that's
have
right.
to think down of yourself or less of yourself because of a flaw or a weakness that you have. What you do is you
Exactly.
own it, and you say, you know what? If it was worth Jesus dying for me to uh you know and I'm still worthy, right? Even in my weakness, I
Mhm.
still have my weaknesses, right?
Yeah, that's right. We all do. We are
Then
not perfect.
how much more am I worthy now that I already have?
Mhm,
Now it's already free to me. And now he sent
mhm.
his Holy Spirit to help me get my weaknesses together so that they can be strong. What?
That's right. That's right.
You have nothing
That's
to worry about.
right. But
Have
you
nothing.
know what? What I tell people all the time is they are waiting for God to show up. I'm waiting on God. I'm waiting on God. God gonna do this and God gonna do that.
He wants you, boo.
God is in you. So you waiting on yourself. When you gonna do the work? You
My
waiting
God.
for this miracle to happen and fall off the
Ooh,
sky?
right
Tap
there.
into yourself, because just like Jesus came, like you just said, he came down here on his assignment and he did his assignment. All the creatures of this world know their assignment. They know what they're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? We watch the little squirrel run and get a nut, running up the tree, do what he's supposed to do, prepare. Every creature on this earth know what they're supposed to be doing. We're the only ones out here struggling, don't know our calling.
Oh my
Right?
God.
You waiting on God to show up, and he already in you.
Woo!
Activate. Make it happen.
We the
Speak
only.
truth. Oh, we say how many? It's life and death. All these different things we learned. It's life and death in the power of the tongue. Is it really? Do you know that? Then quit speaking death over yourself. I'm gonna try. Probably. I was no. Start speaking life over yourself. This is what I'm doing today.
You know
Today
what?
I'm going to manifest this,
Before you can even speak it, I keep telling you, you have to believe it. See, the reason that
and
people are
you have to
speaking
move
that, the reason
in
that
intention.
continue to speak those negative things and those negative affirmations is really what they are, that you're doing is speaking negative
They are
affirmations over yourself.
affirmations. That's
And
casting
what
spells
you're
on
doing,
yourself.
yeah, and you don't realize it is because you literally believe what you are saying. You literally have come
That's
to
exactly right.
believe, and that's why you can
That's
say,
right, because your thoughts are
oh,
also vibrations. Your thoughts manifest exactly. Your thoughts, things that you think, yeah, is just as powerful as your words.
yeah,
So you got
that's
to
what
get them
first
thoughts in check as well.
your words are a result of
That's
your
right.
thought. Out of the heart, the mouth speaks.
That's right. That's it. This is what I'm saying. So these are the things. That's why I say you take with the foundation of what you have, right? What you know, and you manifest on those things. You use those tools. You already have it in you. We all do, but we get stuck. People get stuck on that hamster wheel. People get stuck in tradition. People get stuck in indoctrination, and they have all these things that they know. But do you believe that so to be so? Because if you do, activate that. Put that into, what I'm saying, filtration. Move those things through your life. Walk in those things. But it's a total work. Your diet, I had to change my diet. I had to start taking out all those block things that were blocking me, processed foods. Um, and this is my
But
journey. I don't tell everybody to do what I did, but I'm just saying what I did. You know what I'm saying? Meat, I had to stop eating meat. I have to eat from the garden and not from the grave. Because
oh,
what did we learn when we were kids? You are what you eat.
we are.
Are we truly what we eat? Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. From the garden and not from the grave. Eat things that are going to give you life. So when you start to remove all of those things that cause blockages, because those different things store up in our body, people think disease, it's just a dis-ease of your body. Your body is an alarm system telling you something is wrong here, something is wrong there. So instead of going out and trusting man, he gonna give me this medication and this gonna do this. No, the creator put all of our healing properties, all of the things that our ancestors did to heal themselves. That wasn't fictional. That was fact. That was true. Heal
Absolutely.
yourself. That's what the wild woman is. We are healers. Learn how to allow your medicine to be your food and your food be your medicine. Start to eliminate those things from your body so that your body can align and do what it's supposed to do, clear those blockages. Our pineal gland so fogged up from sugar, refined sugar, processed food, dairy, meat, all these different things. You wonder why people are pulling out guns and shooting folks at Popeye's chicken, because they can't get a chicken sandwich or whatever because of the blood that's in the meat, right? You taking on those characteristics from the meat. How was that animal slaughtered? What was he feeling? Animals have spirits and things too, right? So you start to take on those different energies because we are all energy. Everything is
Somebody
energy
said you
in
make
Bible.
it sound so easy. And let me just say this, because I just had 7 cents put in my heart. I don't know who said that, but it's easy. Because when you think about life,
Mm-hmm.
baby, let me tell you, I got a big old thing right now in there of kale and lettuce and spinach and cucumbers. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Green. Yes.
Something flushing out roughage. I have learned
Yes.
that life is worth it.
That's
And the
right.
thing is
You
that
worth it.
really, I was just told about something that over the weekend called colonics. Have you ever heard of that?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
heard of that and the process, and I mean, if people were to go through that process, I think a lot of people will put down red meat, a lot of people will put down meat, a lot of people will put down a lot of things,
Right.
not realizing
Yeah.
what it's actually doing once it goes inside of your body. And if you was to actually
Exactly.
see that process, you will leave a lot of stuff alone. A
Absolutely.
lot of
Yeah.
stuff.
Exactly. Well, it's
So good
that
and
you
looks
make
so
it sound
appealing,
easy.
and everybody's doing it and everybody else's, but guess what? It's killing us.
Mm-hmm. It is killing. It's a slow death. It's a slow death intended to do exactly what it's doing. If you knew the amount of ingredients and things that is allowed in our food to come over to the United States that is not
Yeah,
allowed in other countries, it
yeah,
will blow your mind.
yeah.
The toxins that they allow in our children's cereal
A certain
and
percent.
in our food would blow your oh honey, and just it's just a little bit of dose of poison every time you eat it. And
Yeah.
then next thing you know, you got sugar diabetes. Next thing you know,
Somebody
you got
said,
high blood pressure.
so Mrs.
Next thing
Jeanette,
you know,
you know me. Yep, that's it right there. It,
no,
it,
no meat.
you don't eat meat?
No, no meat. No meat. And when I tell you, you start to think better. You're able to focus more. You be wondering why your children got ADHD. All these dyes and different things that they put in our food is what's causing those things. This is what's causing those things, right? So yeah, research and studying different things. Google is our friend. You see something you don't know what it is, look that, talk to it. I was going to say, because I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I got a little bit of a potty mouth. So y'all bear with me. I'm doing good right now. Because I was
Thank
going to be like,
you.
all that fish in the food.
And that's what
Yes.
it is, though. It's
Do
really
your own.
yeah,
Don't take my word for it. Research it. I'm talking about, it's free information for you to know. Don't be out here so quick to take. You have to research it for yourself. Go in and ask spirit. Show me.
she said not
What
even
do I need to
chick-
eliminate? Not even what?
fish or chicken.
Every now and not no chicken, no. Every now and again, I will have some fish, and that's my journey. That's my next journey. So because what I used to do, first I cut out my meat. It'll be a year in August. I cut out meat, rib. I had been stopped eating pork, but I just eliminated chicken, beef, and turkey. You know what I'm saying? I processed things like lunch meat. I started taking all that out first. Then I started to remove things like sugar and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then dairy. I had then stopped drinking milk. No milk, no cheese, none of that. Right? I went right over to like the almond milk, coconut milk, things like that. But I still was holding on to eggs. I was like, ooh, because I like eggs. I had to get them eggs up. I was like, okay, this comes from the chicken. I got to let these eggs go.
Oh,
Last thing I'm dealing with, y'all, is the fish, right? Fear been dealing with me. Like, God is dealing with me on the fish. I'm like, I love fish, though. I love fish and salmon and stuff like that. But I had to realize that the fish still has blood in it, regardless. You know what I'm saying? It's still a living creature. So that's the last thing that I'm dealing with, is letting go of that fish. But it's she said I make it seem easy. It was a struggle to begin with, but you have to make up in your mind. Again, our thoughts manifest, right? You keep telling yourself it's hard, I can't do it, then it's gonna be hard and you ain't gonna be able to do it. When you start telling yourself, I can do
yes,
this.
exactly. That's the thing. So
I
when
can do
you tell
this.
yourself that, then your brain believes it, and it will shut down. And
It reprograms. It kicks off those new neuron pathways in your brain, right? But in order to do
it
that, you have to start pulling out all of those toxins, because toxins is eliminating it's clouding your judgment, your thinking. And then of course tradition, things we used to. We gotta have turkey and dressing and all this for the holidays. We gotta do this. This is programming. This is programming.
mm-hmm.
It's time to reprogram. Dude, you have to, you know what I'm saying, reprogram and think differently.
Mm-hmm.
It comes with work. Start
This
taking just a little bit. Maybe
mama,
you will
mom,
start.
you know who this is? This is Taurus. This is Taurus' sister, little sister, T Bone.
Somebody said, what about coffee? No coffee.
No coffee, straight
No
black.
coffee. If you knew what was in that coffee, honey, no coffee. I used to drink coffee every day. Every day I had coffee.
Wow.
And when I did my own
Been
research
coffee,
on it, I was like, okay, no more
I
coffee.
some, but I never been that I need a cup every morning type person.
Oh, I was coffee every day with a lot of creamer and all the toxins and stuff. That stuff they put in creamer don't even break down in your system. Mm-mm. All those artificial flavors and colors and stuff like that. Our bodies is not meant to break down those different things. It's not natural. These are man-made products that they make up in a lab, and we consuming it. Our body can't break that stuff down. So what does it do? It gets trapped. It causes all these different illnesses. Why? Because then the drug industry is now making money, because you're going to get all these medicines that they cause in your body to begin with.
From the food,
You know
Lord,
what I'm saying? So cut out sugar and watch how you start to feel. Cut out those different
praying for
things.
you.
Yeah,
No, that's probably my
for
mom.
sure.
We're praying for everybody that's dealing with this, because this is really, really real. I mean, what we eat, it really is affecting our health, and our health is our wealth.
Yes, it is.
It's affecting our
That's exactly
judgment,
right.
it's affecting our memory, it's affecting
Oh yeah.
our cognitive mobility,
Yes,
all of that.
absolutely.
You talking about, I bet your grocery bills
Inflammation in
now.
the body. What you say?
I bet your
My
grocery
worst to deal with.
bill.
It did, but you have to move with intention, right? So when I go in the store, I go in with my intentions already set on what I'm going in there to get. So I'm not distracted.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to not go down too many of the middle aisles because that's where all the junk is. When you go in the store, try to stay on the outside of the store because that's where all your produce and things is. So I try to stay over there in that
That's
area. And
good.
then, you just work yourself around and just stay where the fresh things are. Go when you go down to the bread aisle, try to make sure you find breads that might have 9 to 12 different grains. It's gonna be a little bit more expensive, but it's gonna be so much healthier. They put plastic in our bread, stuff like that. That it's just that's why it's so much less, lesser expensive because it doesn't have those natural ingredients in it,
Right.
right? So you just want to stay on the outside of the store when you go into the grocery store. Don't go down the middle aisle.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah,
That's a good little nugget. And
yeah.
and I was looking at that too, how they design these grocery stores. They put the
No, yeah.
that we need the most at the back of the store to get you to have to walk through the whole store.
That's
Like the
exactly right.
eggs and the milk are always way in the back in the corner. It-
Yep. Yep.
it's all
Exactly.
strategic. Their floor plan and all of that is all strategic to get you to, buy, of course.
To buy unhealthy. Yep, exactly. All the candy at the checkout line and things like that. Yes,
That's so that yeah.
exactly. Why won't they put the almonds and the walnuts and the things like that at the checkout aisle? Why is all that unhealthy stuff always right there when you go to check out? Chips, pop, everything right there at the front. But if you want to go get some cold pressed juice or something like that, you got to go all the way to the back of the store to find it. Yeah,
And
it is
then you know
very
what?
much strategically
Another thing,
placed.
because mom, you just said yes, because I have all those elements, including dialysis 3 times a week. So think about this. All of the food that we eating and consuming while we're young, right? And then we start
Mhm.
to feel the effects long after once we become older later in our years and our body is too maybe up in age or wear and tear to be able to fight off what it is,
Right.
and now, and because of the different foods that we ate all those years broke down those vital organs or whatever that was able to really fight it off like that. Now we in a place
Mhm.
where we're older, now we're more vulnerable, and now you're going to all of these different, you got these different diagnoses and you're going to dialysis 3 times a week. But yet now we're so old and set in our ways and tradition that we're saying it's too hard
Mhm.
to
That's why I
stop
say intention.
that
What?
cause
But you have to
to
start
be
speaking it,
good.
right? And speak it with intention. And it's never too late to reverse anything that they have diagnosed you with. I listen. I ain't no doctor, and I'm not pretending to say that I am. But I do know that if you can reverse these things, right? But you have to do with intention. Our lymphatic system is our filtration system. So you have to start with your lymphatic system and start to filter out those things, right? So I do a great detox where I might just do anything with berries. Really, you want to just really do berries a lot. Blueberries, raspberries, elderberries, what's the other one? Boysenberries. Even the dark purple grapes can filtrate your lymphatic system, and the lymphatic system is going to filter out the toxins in your body, right? So you just start there. Anything with seeds, watermelon, cantaloupe, melons, all those different things with seeds. Fruit has all the hydration you need. They got us thinking that we got to drink water. Think a whole gallon of water. Okay, water's good, but fruit has the hydration that your body needs. Oranges, apples, things like that. Anything that has a seed in it is going to hydrate you. And the berries is going to filtrate you. And that's so you can go straight that way. The greens is going to cleanse out the colon, things like you said, kale. Any type of the darker and greenier the vegetable, the better it is for you. right? And fresh as possible. They have us thinking, oh, you got to buy organic. Half of the stuff that they say is organic ain't even organic.
Oh my
They just be saying
God.
it's organic. They just say it's organic. So the organic,
That's
okay, it's good, but if
insane.
you can't afford the organic, just get
So
it.
how do you
Clean.
know? I mean, that you're getting real organic unless you're just getting it straight from the farm or maybe a farmer's market or
If the
um,
clue starts with 4, if the clue number starts with 4, the little numbers that be on those, the different fruits and stuff like that, try to
shut.
get it with that starts with the number 4. So 4043 stuff like that, then you know that those are safe and organic.
And if it don't
Yeah,
start with four and it's in the organic section, it's not organic.
it's not organic. If it's like 30 something, more than likely that's not organic. Yeah, I know, I
Woo!
know.
Yes.
But you can get some things that are not organic and just clean it in some baking soda and water, let it soak,
They're
and
really
wash it real
frozen.
good that way. What did they ask?
Berries of all kind are really good frozen snacks.
Yeah, frozen is good. I normally buy the big bag of frozen berries, the strawberries, blueberries, and raspberries mixed together. I'll
Mm-hmm.
get those. I do a lot of what do you call it? Like the natural apple juice that hasn't been added all those preservatives and sugars to it. And I'll get that with some frozen fruit and put that in my blender with some ice and make me a fruit smoothie in the morning.
Oh, my husband love that. He love them smoothies.
Yeah.
Blended up.
Girl, and I'm telling you, it be good. I'll eat fruit in the morning. I'll eat a bowl of greens in the morning for breakfast. See, reprogramming myself. We think we gotta have eggs, bacon, pancakes, all these different things. You don't have to have that stuff. You don't gotta have it. Eat you some greens in the morning. We grew up on greens. Take out all the fat back or whatever. I don't think people do that no more. But I used to put a lot of turkey meat in my greens.
Mm-hmm.
It was a struggle to be like, okay, Jeanetta, just leave the turkey meat out. I was like, oh my goodness, I need it. But now I'm used to it. I use vegetable broth for my greens. So instead of all that turkey meat, you can season with your vegetable broth and peppers. I put potatoes in my greens now. A lot of onions, garlic, fresh ginger is good for inflammation. Cayenne pepper helps to open up those heart arteries. So some pepper in there, jalapeno peppers, things like that. And your greens don't even need all that meat. It doesn't. We just think we need it.
Tradition have us all messed up thinking we just can't let go of what we have
Tradition
to do.
and fear. Fear
And,
be having you in the damn chokehold. People
and
be like this,
comfort
scared to move out.
zone is your danger zone because you don't want to leave what's comfortable, what you used to, and that's the
Exactly. Yeah. People
oh,
be afraid of their selves, afraid to face their
uh-huh.
true, authentic
And freeze
selves.
fresh. She's saying freeze the fresh berries, and they're good as a snack to eat like that.
Oh yeah,
Wait a minute, mom.
absolutely.
I'm eating bacon and eggs now. Help me, Lord.
Not bacon, pork bacon.
No,
She
she
probably
probably
said, "Is there any other?"
but
Oh,
Lord,
some turkey bacon.
and
Hmm. That turkey bacon, and that's probably the most processed bacon you can have is the turkey bacon.
is it?
All that salt and stuff. Yeah. How they get bacon from a turkey? Where they come from? What part of the turkey is that? What what part of the turkey does the turkey bacon come from? I just want to know.
What
It don't
part
make bacon.
of turkey does the turkey bacon come from?
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm, mm.
Yeah. Nope. All that food at McDonald's. What is the chicken nugget at McDonald's? If y'all put that in your YouTube, how they make that chicken nugget? It ain't chicken. If you saw what that mess was that they called a chicken nugget, you'd be mad is the ditches.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yes. All this food, all this fast food and stuff is killing us. intentionally.
Oh, with Wow Woman, because I'm glad you literally, and I'm hearing that you've done your research. So I already see that you know your stuff.
Hmm.
How can people connect? Like, what would they benefit if you was to tell someone who is really trying to now start that journey where they're trying to not
Yes,
me no more, but it's hard for them because they're used to it, right? So how could you help?
yes.
She can tell me this is low sodium, lady. Don't be trying to
She got to be. Oh.
go.
She would have like, but it's good though. I know.
And it
I
is
get
good.
it.
That's how they
Yep.
get so long because it's good.
That's exactly it. Wild Woman, my business is actually Wild Woman Body Sculpting and Spiritual Spa. So what I did was I help women to embrace themselves 100%, what they see in the mirror. So we work on your outer appearance, what you're dealing with, and embracing that, as well as your spiritual. So the body sculpting, I tell people, is also very spiritual because when I'm doing body sculpting, I'm also breaking down the fatty tissues in your body and eliminating it through your lymphatic system, right? So we do a lot of lymphatic healing where I'm pushing toxins through your body, right? And at the same time, I'm doing contouring where you can like what you see, you can love what you see when you look in the mirror. Because and first thing first, in embracing yourself is you got to love what you're seeing. If there's something about you that you don't like, let's work on that. Let's work towards getting those inches down. Let's do all these different things. So that's where I initially started. And then I went in to do the internal work. God started working with me on my womb. I also do spiritual womb healing, right? And because we as women trap a lot of our trauma, most of our trauma is trapped in our womb and we don't release. Why? Because that's the birth canal, right? That's where life begins, right? So we come through the mother's womb. So we immediately grab and hold of those different energies because I said before we are all energy. And so that's where the womb healing comes in at. And I started doing womb healing on myself through yoni steaming, through spiritual baths, through intentional work, through mirror work, through prayer, through fasting, through journaling, addressing all the trauma that had happened to my womb that I trapped and that I held. So I started with that as well. And then I do a lot of yoga. People be like, yoga, is that a guy? Like we have so much fear. I've heard people say that they believe that that's like something evil. I'm like, how? And it releases all the negative energy and it elevates you to another level where you can connect to the creator, right? Because with yoga, it helps to release all of the toxins. It pushes oxygen to those parts of your body that typically will not get oxygen. So you are in those uncomfortable positions and it might hurt, but it teaches you to breathe, right? Because what happens when we have trauma in our lives, we hold our breath. Somebody cut you off, you be like, the first thing you do is hold your breath. So yoga teaches you to breathe in the most uncomfortable positions that you could possibly be in, right? And what is God? He's the breath of life. What did he do when he created? He breath, put life into us, right? So we learn to breathe. I do breath work. I teach people how to breathe, how to meditate, how to take time for yourself, right? We put everybody else first. The minute our feet hit the floor, we on the move. This phone does not want to act right. This
This
phone want to cut up, honey. You don't want me to say what I got to say. I'm going to say what I got to say.
and this is look, one last
So,
question that we have from one of our viewers that's saying, what's the difference between brown eggs and white eggs?
child, I couldn't tell you. I say don't eat either one. Brown eggs is probably supposed to be healthier for you and low in cholesterol and all these different things. Those are just the things that they tell us, right? And those are the things that we run with and believe. But honestly, I
Right,
don't
they
I
probably
don't know
so
what the difference would be. They taste better, I guess. I don't know. Now it's spinning.
Wow.
And they
And
more expensive, that's for sure.
if people want to connect with you, what
But are
say?
you there?
Can you?
This thing is cutting up.
Oh yeah, that just mean it's good.
You there?
That just mean it's good. I'm still here. Can you hear me now? Let me see. I don't know. She might have to
Let me
come up.
give y'all my information how they can find me. All right,
Yes,
can you
please.
hear me?
Everyone, how they can contact you, connect with you. Any social
Yes.
media handles, email,
Yep, it's
website.
real simple. Yep, it's real simple. If you all go to my Facebook is Wild Woman LLC. Real simple. Wild Woman LLC. My IG is Wild Woman LLC. Are you still there, Sean?
Yes, ma'am. I got you. Wild Woman
Okay, good.
LLC, all across
Wild
the
Woman
board.
LLC, all across the board. If you Google me, Wild Woman LLC, Indianapolis, Indiana, because there's another Wild Woman LLC. I think she's Wild Woman massage therapy. So it's only two other ones, but mine's is in Indianapolis, Indiana. Right. So if you go to any of my social media accounts, you can click on the link that will take you to my website so you all can see the services that I provide from the body sculpting all the way down to the spiritual spa. I do womb healing. I do sound therapy and sound healing. I teach people what sound does for you spiritually, right? Because we know that we connect to sound. Music that's recorded is recorded on different frequencies to connect to you in a way that it's supposed to, right? So love songs, gospel songs, all these different things are recorded on different vibrations because our bodies resonate to sound. Our spirit resonates to sound. So yeah, if you click on the link, it'll give you all the information on the different spiritual practices, the connections that I do, and all those different things. Wild Woman LLC, IG, Facebook, and Google. Yep.
All right. Well, awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm excited. I'm really, really, really proud of you. Everything that you're doing, Jeanetta.
I'm
Um,
proud of you.
that Wild Woman is getting ready to take off because you're really going to help a lot of people and a lot of women that are out here in that space and they're ready to
Yes,
pivot. And then you're going to be able to help men too, even though it's what Wild Woman. I
absolutely,
see men coming to be able to help
absolutely.
with that spiritual journey and to be able to pivot from, eating meat and going vegan and
Yeah, I tell
you
people
know,
all the time I don't claim vegan yet because I still have those different things that I have to eliminate to take on that title of vegan, but just a lifestyle change. This is a
and that
lifestyle change,
it
right?
is. It's
And it's a lifestyle change.
your
And real
thinking.
quick too, it is your thinking, absolutely. Intentions. What are
Yes.
you putting out in your universe? Our universe is within us, right? The universe that we control is in us. I will be coming to Detroit probably in a couple of weeks. If y'all go on my page and you all follow me, you'll see my travel dates. I will be coming to the D and I'll be there for about 4 days, 4 or 5 days, working on women individually, like you say, and men. I'm going to do a class. I have a mindful mood and meditation where I go in and I just work with women personally on just grounding and connecting to themselves and giving them those tools to lead with. So I'll be doing that as well. So y'all stay tuned because I'm coming to the D, baby. It's going down.
We
Yes.
I'm so proud of you, you guys. This is what talk show is all about. We're a platform to uplift, encourage, empower others to let you know that you matter in this world. You have a gift to see the greatest inside of you, and
That's
you need to
right.
cultivate that gift and walk in it because the world needs you. So we're excited because Miss
That's
Jeanette
right.
Fuller is positively impacting the lives of people every single solitary day because she tapped into her gift and she's walking in it, she's owning it. And guess what? She's going to be a blessing to so many others because of it. And we just want you to know
Yes.
that you are amazing. You are awesome. You matter. And you are God's celebrity. Hollywood ain't got nothing on you. Period.
That's it.
Okay, so that's our show for today, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you click, tag, share, so an invite to the group, because our community is growing and we are so close to 1,000 members, you guys, organically. Okay, we are excited. So we will see you all next Tuesday at 12 noon on the call, Jeanetta.
Woo, child, woo.
God bless you all and have a great evening.
Yes, thank you.
Peace.